Hi, it's Di from My Enchanted Journals. I turn just about anything into beautiful handmade journals. I live in Western Australia. Welcome to my channel.
Hello, how are you all? Yes, it's me and I'm back, feeling better. And I actually had a message this week from Lee at Lee Creates. Hi, Lee. And it was so encouraging because she said, hey, would you like to be my buddy? And we can exchange the scraps for Defemorember. You're going to do it. And I hadn't even thought about it, to be truthful. It wasn't even on my radar. I hadn't been following what was going on. And then I suddenly thought, maybe it's time. Maybe I should get back into it and do something. As you know, I'd stopped doing all of these prompts because I wasn't doing my own art. And I was just feeling a little bit overwhelmed with them all. They just seemed to come one after the other. So I stopped and I did a little video where I said it was a bit like junk food. And that's what it felt like to me, like I was just eating other people's ideas and not doing my own. So anyway, I had a little bit of a break and it's been a little bit of a rough year. As you know, I've had quite a few things going on and still had no word about my husband's health. No word about whether or not he needs to go to the doctor, so we're still waiting on that. So as soon as I hear anything, I'll let you know. Anyway, check out the video, tell me what you think and what you're doing with this ring binder thing. I found one for $1 at the thrift, so that's what I'm using. Okay, here we go.
So, in the spirit of Defemorember, I did it last year, so I'm going to have another go this year. Encouraged by Lee, of course. Thank you, Lee. We're actually going to swap our scraps. So when I get Lee's package, which is already on its way, I shall do an unveiling. And yeah, bit excited about this. So I popped to the thrift store because it seems everybody's doing it with these sort of folders, the old-fashioned things, and I didn't have one, so I picked this up. I think it must have taken the price off. It's $1, $1, and you know what? It's handmade in Melbourne, Australia. So there you go. I think it's got like 60 pages, which I'm not going to need, obviously. Way too many. But, okay, we'll try the clip folder. Not a huge fan, but I'll take some of those out. But the upside is I'll be able to remove a page a day and decorate it and then pop it back in the folder. So, in the spirit of Louisa and Barbara, who are hosting again from Louisa Heinzel's channel and 49 Dragonflies, then I'm going to give it a go. Why not, hey? All right, so the front obviously needs a bit of work. Now, I did think that I would just use something like this on the front, which I quite liked, right? Because I've just worked on a 50s junk journal, which I've just listed in my Etsy shop. So this was left over. And then I thought, well, it is Christmas, so maybe I should use one of these darling postcards that I've got. Now, look at this. This arrived yesterday. Oh my goodness, I just love this so much. With the old handwriting on the back, but obviously I'll stick it down. Then there's the little robin. He's quite nice and he fits perfect. So I quite like him. I think that would look really nice. And then there's this one, you guys. This is so old. It doesn't have a date on it, but you can tell from the writing. It's really old and the front is all cracking. Sure if you can see that, but it's so old. So what I thought I would do is maybe use this one and then matte medium over the top just to save it, because it's got like a, I don't know, had like a coating on it. It's coming off. And then there's this one, which is sort of fun but nothing special about it. And then I really liked this one, because I just really like the vintage look on it. So that's quite nice. So can't really decide. So I'm going to have a think about it and think about what to do. And I'll be back in a few minutes once I've decided. And I think maybe I need some kind of fabric under it or something just to tizzy it up a bit. It's actually really nice. It's a cardboard, and that has had sort of paint splashes put on it. This is just a sticker, but then, you know, the inside has been stuck on. But it's really quite a nice little sturdy journal and would have been lovely to take on a holiday, I guess. All right, let me think about what I'm going to do and decide. I do love this, it's so cute. But I'm sort of favouring this one because I want to save it. I want to matte medium it and save it. So, yeah, I love the little birds on it. It's really cute. Let me get some fabric and see what we're going to do. All right, maybe we can do a bit of this fabric and use some of that on the cover as well. So let's just do some mark making and see what it looks like underneath, or stuck onto the journal rather. Yeah, I've got some gold here. And make sure you grab yourself some paper and give yourself a bit of room. Yeah, I like that. I had the plain white on this fabric, but it just looked a bit, I don't know, plain, like I hadn't bothered. So I thought what I'd do is just make some marks and then we can have a look and see what that turns out like once it's dry. Now, the weather here has been really hot. I've just turned the fan off in here so that you can hear what I'm saying, but I think I'll go and stick this out in the sun and that should dry it really quick. Yeah, so what you want to do is just have a bit of fun. Don't think too much about it. And we're trying to get sort of a Christmassy look, so we've got the gold and the green and the... have a few different things. I've only got really these at the moment, but you could use whatever you've got. Just make a few different marks. Alright, and I'm going to stick it out to dry, and then we'll put it behind our postcard and see what it looks like. I've also pulled out some cardboard, and I thought I might gesso that. So, a bit like the cardboard queen at the moment. I'm loving it. Love how it looks on a journal. And I'm thinking, you know, on this little journal here, I'll probably pull off the sticker anyway, or try to, and then stick this and some fabric and some other things over the top. So just so that I'm making the journal my own and it's not looking like this. I do like the white flecks. It's very Christmassy sort of snow look, but, well, not in Australia, but where I'm from in Britain, definitely have snow over Christmas. Okay, so let me go and dry this, and then I'll... Alright, whilst that's drying, I've just spread the rest of the paint out there, but I'm just going to use a bit of gesso on the back of the cardboard, on the front of the cardboard I should say. I really like how it picks up the gesso just on certain parts. Alright, it's dry. Okay, let's just see what we've got. So I've got my journal that I'm going to use. Maybe if I take that out you'll be able to see it easier. And I've got my piece of fabric, and I've got my piece of cardboard, and my postcard, my vintage postcard. But you know what, I'm not loving it, so I could leave that and use it on one of the Ephemerember days anyway. Just that, like that, looks nice. What about the paper that I had underneath? How does that look? Let's put that on there like that. and around a little bit of this. I think I quite like that better, just the plain paper, and then as I turn it over I'll have that at the back or put that at the front like that. And then my bit of cardboard with my gesso on. Might be quite nice with a bit of red there. Yeah, I think that looks better. Funny that, isn't it? You start with one plan and then you end up with another. Alright, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to stick it down now. Alright, there we go. So I've stuck it on. I've removed a whole load of pages. Don't need them. So we'll pop them out the way. And this is the cover. So it turned out okay. It's a little bit creased there, but that's okay. And then I've brought the paper down inside, so it covered the inside, back and front as well. And then I've left myself with about 30 pages. So that's good. Alright, let's do the front. So I've got my bit of cardboard, which has now got bits of white gesso, paint, whatever all over it. I've got my little postcard, which I really love. So I'm liking that. But I'm thinking it needs something else on the cover. So let me bring this bit of fabric back. And let's see, maybe if we put it here around the spine and then added the bit of cardboard back in. And it's sort of giving me a more grungier front, which I quite like. And then my postcard, and we've got a little bit of the red and green coming through there. So if I stick those down, I'm thinking that that is quite nice, and it's sort of a bit more grungy and not so perfect. So let's stick that down, and then I'll maybe have to put a little bit of a, you know, Defemorember title or something. I might make it on the computer. So let me stick those down and cover this with matte medium. I'm right at the end of my tub of matte medium, so I'm trying to get as much as I can out. So I'm using a little spatula. Right, there we are, that's all dry, looking good. There's the spine and the back, and I can add some more stuff there, that's fine. And then I've just done this Defemorember 2023, so we'll just cut that out. Now fussy cut it so it's a lot smaller, and then I've got this bit of cardboard, and I'm thinking if I put both of those together like so, then maybe it could go along the bottom here. I kind of feel like I want it to be the right way up, like this. Yeah, so I'm going to do that. So I'm just going to grab my trowel that I was using for my matte medium, and I've got a brand new matte medium here, so I'll need to get that undone. Right, let's stick that on there like that. And I'm thinking if it kind of sits up from the front, that'll give it a little bit of interest as well, like this. That is just about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave the inside cover just plain, because I want to be able to stick the prompts inside the front cover. But now that I've warmed to the idea, I think it's going to be quite good, because I'll be able to take the pages out and work on them and then stick them back in to the binder. So yeah, never just discount something. You know, when somebody gives a different idea, just think, oh, hang on a minute, how can I make that work? Because I must admit I wasn't keen, But yeah, now that I've done it, I'm quite happy with it. So there it is, all done. I'm quite happy with it. The inside there, so you can see I've just left the inside covers blank so that I can put the prompts in. There's the pages, I can take them out as I need them. And there's the spine and the back. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'm just loving that postcard. Okay, see you next time. Bye bye.